So I'm having a problem opening up the agenda on my phone, even though I have Office on it. It appears to not like that for some reason. So if somebody wouldn't mind screen sharing and throwing the agenda up, that'd be appreciated.
I did include the agenda. It's linked in the chat now.
Okay. Aha, jackpot. Okay, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm going to try one more time on Alt Tab. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. I will call this meeting to order at 5:06 p.m. It is November 30th of 2023. And in attendance, we have Aaron Sargent, Gretchen Loos, sorry for mispronouncing your last name, Nick Vila, Jennifer Green, Alice Williams, Joey Bryant, Spencer Williams, Jake Robinson is now joining us, and I don't know who Yu Gudel is, but they're also here. And also, maybe
that is Johannes Godel and Carice Jones.
Oh, that's good, because otherwise it would be like like a mesh consciousness where there was two people in one body, Gestalt mind, that kind of thing. But that just makes it awkward because pronouns just don't work in that case.
I do want to clarify that it is Spencer Winters, not Spencer Williams.
Yes, that's correct. At least according to what I see in Zoom here. So sorry if I got that wrong. All right, so next up we have the agenda approval. So I will entertain motions to amend or approve the agenda from for the session.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda for this week.
I'll second.
All right, and raise your hand if you would like to approve the agenda. One, two. Jake has got his hand raised. I think that's everybody in attendance. It appears, no, we got Nick too. Okay, yeah, okay, so I think that passes. And up next, we have the same thing for the approval of minutes from last meeting. So entertaining motions to modify or approve.
Yeah, I'll make a motion. I'll second that.
Yeah.
All right, Spencer is the motioner, Alice is the second. And hands up if you would like to approve the meeting notes from last session. That looks like an everybody. We'll go with that. And our meeting is now as the approved minutes from last time. Moving on to reports. I don't have anything to report because I'm boring as a chair right now. So we're moving on to advisor reports. Mia or Joey, do you have anything?
Yes. So a couple things, and then I'll actually have Aaron kind of give a brief add on here and then ask for y'all. But before I jump into the one that's on here about the annual financial reports, this is our last meeting for fall quarter. And so we will be reconvening. You'll see on the agenda, our first meeting will be that Thursday, January 4th, when we return after the break. You all on the committee will also note when you come back that, again, as a reminder, we're going to be starting up winter quarter, going over reviewing annual reports and program reviews. And so the first meeting, I'll give a little bit of an overview for those of you who haven't been on the committee before, what that looks like, and we'll schedule a couple of those, but it won't be a full agenda of them. But those will also be posted on the website prior to you all coming back as well. But otherwise, I hope you all are able to finish up the quarter strong. I appreciate all the time and effort you all have put in. And I'll give updates on communications received in a minute. But the annual financial reports, as a reminder, we sent these out, and these are things we do every year. The annual financial reports are looking at last year's financial pieces, and those are typically due December 1st. And then we have the program reviews for each unit, which are looking at this current year, which are due December 15th. And so I'm going to kick it to Aaron for a brief part, but we're going to be asking for a brief extension on the annual financial reports. But Aaron, do you want to give a summary?
Sure. So we normally have them due on the 1st, which would be tomorrow, and there's been a variety of issues with reporting and just really sort of staffing related issues. And so we're hoping that we're going to be able to give the departments a little bit of extra time, give us a little bit of extra time to make sure that the data is good before it goes out, and verify the data that has gone out. Excuse me. And my request in this is to see if we can extend that deadline to the 15th to align with the other reporting that's due. And yeah, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you all might have related to that.
And so I know this wasn't listed on an action item, but as an update for you all. For the committee, it doesn't impact you all because we don't meet again until January. And so Aaron and I would still have time to receive them and make sure they all get vetted and then uploaded before you come back. But to give a little bit of a reprieve to some of those areas, given the issues that were happening with running the reports and the errors, would ask that you all motion and approve extending that deadline for them so no one gets penalized, since it wasn't on their fault. And we don't want them to try and force turnaround in a 24-hour period. That also won't give you all the information that will be beneficial when we review it. So as Aaron said, any questions that you all have for us? Otherwise, I would appreciate the approval of extension.
I'm sorry, Joy. We just can't do what you want. We're an independent body.
This is why you don't get to make motions, Jared.
The floor is open if anyone wants to ask any questions for, anything about this or motions.
If there's no discussion, I would like to propose a motion to extend the financial reports. I guess due date.
Or how long would you like to extend it?
Until December 15th would be awesome.
December 15th.
I don't want to be picky, but we got to do motions with concreteness. Do we have a second?
Yeah, I'll second that.
All right, has been seconded. Raise your hand if you approve. That looks good. I believe we have passage. It's not the northwest passage, but we get as much as we can here. All right. And my agenda has now glitched out, so 1 second while I try and reopen that. Technology. There we go. Okay, so moving on, ASCWU. You got anything for us today?
Yeah, just a few updates. I believe the last time we talked, it was the Feed Fair is one of the updates, and just going over how that went for us. We had about 85 students in attendance. Pretty good turnout. A lot of the students we got a good feedback from the students as well. They really enjoyed the event, as well as the people also hosting the event. They really enjoyed getting to interact with the students. And so overall, pretty good turnout. And something else that kind of an idea I had. So we've done the fee fair, possibly doing in spring quarter, the S&A fair with a lot of those departments, and bringing those departments out for student awareness so they can get that interaction with students, as well as what the biggest fee that students pay, like identify what that is and what programs go into that. And another update I have for you guys is the Multicultural Center. We're having a lot of conversations on that. So if you want to follow up with that with myself, or I believe they have an Instagram, it's MCC Multicultural Center. If you want to follow up as well for more information. And yeah, I think that is all I have for updates.
Great. Do we have anything else we would like to talk about before we move on to Joy giving us communication received? I'm assuming no, so let's go to Joy. Joy, I did that to give you 3 to 5 seconds.
I appreciate it. Give me the heads up to quickly make sure my camera was on. So the only update communication received to share with you all, we did, and this is mostly follow up for you all, the motions that you all made a couple meetings ago about the current fiscal year's budget reductions and base allocation adjustments, as well as for the temporary rolling back of unspent funds at the end and the salary savings after 1 month. Those changes that we had made that you all put up, all of those were approved by the CFO, Joel Clucking. And so those have gone into effect and areas are already aware of moving forward with them. So that's the only communications I've received.
Aaron, have you gotten any communications?
No.
Okay, that will be it for communications received. Our next agenda item is public comment. So you are always welcome to make as many private comments as you want, but if you would like to make a public comment, now is the time. Aaron.
I just wanted to wish everybody good luck next week in their finals, and I hope that you're able to have a great long break and enjoy yourselves, and come back all refreshed. Can't wait to see you next year.
Great. Anyone else would like to make a public comment? You're welcome to unmute and go for it. If not, we can move on in, I'd say 10 seconds or so.
Oh, this is Lola from the Publicity Center, and I had massive technical difficulties, so I ran home to join, and I forgot it was snowing, you guys. So sorry I'm late, but happy to try to attend these on a more regular basis because this is my favorite committee on campus.
Aw, well, that's
I just
nice.
wanted to add, just for clarification, since I see many new faces that I don't regularly see, I'm just taking the minutes. I'm just the secretary for the S&A committee. I'm not an advisor.
But Mia still is awesome. All right, last call for public comments. All right, seeing none, we're going to move on. And our next agenda item is our supplemental funding request from Observer Pulse for the ACP National Conference in the amount of $8,512. So Joey said he would be right back. Aaron, would you like to be under the bus for describing this? Or somebody else?
I think, sorry, that is being presented by our students, and I believe Lily Montgomery joined, and I believe she will be leading the presentation.
Great, I will turn the floor over to her.
Hi, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? Perfect. So I'm actually going to be leading this in addition to Johannes and Carice. So if you guys could join me as well, that would be fantastic. I know they're on here.
Ah, they're multiplying.
Sweet. Oh my gosh, both on the same screen. Perfect. Hi, guys. Awesome. Okay, unfortunately, I am unable to share the presentation from my end. Have you guys been shared it already?
Yes.
Yes.
You want
Do you want
to?
to? I can pull it up my end. Yeah, of
It would be fantastic. Thank you.
course. 1 second.
Thank you all for having us as well. I just wanted to extend a quick thank you. We really appreciate the opportunity to be able to talk about student media in any form, and to hopefully attend this conference in the future. So I just wanted to thank you for the space to put that request out there.
Yo, are you able to get it?
I'm not seeing it on my screen. We may have to give you presentation access.
There's presentation access, but it looks like they either accidentally left or were dropped from the meeting. They're
I
coming back
do
in.
have the presentation up. I'm happy to share it, Lily.
Hi, we're back. I'm so sorry. I had to shut down the. Oh, actually, sorry. Gretchen has it, so we're good. My bad.
Thank you.
Which screen are you guys seeing right now? Is that my memo or?
You've got it.
Okay, great.
Floor
Are
is
you able to
yours.
see it?
Thank you, Gretchen.
We're currently seeing your PowerPoint presentation for ACP Spring National Conference, and so
Yes.
if you would like to, present by all means. But we can also wait a little while if you guys would like to deal with technical stuff or anything else. We have time.
I mean, you're seeing the slide as the slideshow presentation
Correct.
view, correct? So Lily, take it away.
Okay, perfect. So this is our presentation for the ACP Spring National Conference as student media from the Observer and Pulse. You can go ahead and go to the second slide. Thank you, Gretchen.
Is it showing
Gretchen,
up?
yeah, Gretchen, I think you have to move the slides.
I did. Is it not showing up?
I think the screen you're sharing is the one where it shows the preview and all of them on the side. Yeah.
I see what's going on here. Let me see. Pardon me for a second.
So are you all familiar with Murphy's Law?
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Have you heard of O'Toole's observation?
I have not.
Murphy was an optimist.
All right, with that out of the way, so while we're here in front of you guys tonight, we have an opportunity to attend something called the Associated Collegiate Press Spring National Conference in La Jolla, California. It takes place between March 7th and 9th of this upcoming year. It provides training to complement the things that we learn in our student media classes for Pulse and Observer to improve the work that we do and the work that we put out into the community. As attendees, we would be engaging with more than 500 students, faculty, advisors, professionals in journalism and media from across the nation, which would be a fantastic opportunity for not only seeing what we can do with our student media here at Central, but what we can do with our careers in the future and with what we are studying now here at Central. We would learn from experts, professionals in the field, and examples of what other student media outlets are doing across the United States, which would be really enlightening. We at Pulse like to take into account what we see around us in the world when it comes to other student media. And so being able to interact with other student media members, advisors, media professionals firsthand would really give us some fantastic ideas for Pulse and all student media here at Central. And we would bring that knowledge back here and apply it directly to the work that we're doing. And this would hopefully result in some noticeable improvements to our student media, maybe some more fresh content, some new ideas, some interesting way to present things, and would provide us with a better capacity to benefit not only our campus, but our community readers and the people that we engage with as sources. Okay, Yo and Carice, do you want to take this one?
Can we go? Yeah. Hi there, everyone. My name is Johannes. I go by Yo for short. I'm currently the photo editor at The Observer, and I'm also going to be director of photography next quarter, working closely with Lily. We're currently requesting the funds around $11,610. This will include the conference registration costs. This will include also the flights, the lodging, and the meals. We're hoping to recruit around 10 students to come aboard for this trip. And yeah, this is basically what we think is yeah.
And I do want to interject that this is a bit higher than the initial number that I know we discussed with you all, as we are moving from taking about 8 students to around 10, 5 from Pulse and Observer each, because we want to give everybody that we possibly can the opportunity to go to this conference and gain the knowledge that they would in that environment. And if you all have any questions about the conference, about student media, we would be happy to answer them as best we can.
I have one quick one. We're talking about undergrads for all 10 people, right?
I believe so, yes. We do have at least one graduate student in student media right now in Pulse, but I believe it would all be undergrads attending this conference.
Okay, if anyone else has a question, feel free to unmute and go for it.
I would like to point out that the number is higher, like Lily said, because we have gained more interest in this conference. And I think it really shows the learning opportunity, and students see what learning opportunity it is, that they would really benefit from this concert and conference and a real desire to go. So even though the number is a little bit higher than what we originally requested, I think it just goes to show how this conference could really benefit the students.
And we're also trying to include juniors as well as seniors so that we have people that are learning at this conference who can stay on student media for at least a year.
Did you guys go a little bit more in depth of like what it would be like at the conference and I guess what you guys would be learning?
Well, the students that are presenting haven't been to one of these conferences before. So I know they've studied the agenda. There isn't a full agenda out for this one yet, so we don't know who the keynote speakers would be, for example. We can share with you a full page piece that students that went to last year's conference published in the Observer. And they decided to publish that on their own sort of accord because they really felt that they got so much out of that conference and they wanted to share it with all of their readers. That conference, the keynote speakers were Woodward and Bernstein. So, they do attract some pretty high level presenters at the conference, and the students have a chance to have a professional critique of the Observer and Pulse. They go all throughout the day, each of the days of the conference, they can go to sessions led by students, other faculty, and professionals, and everything from reporting, interviewing, social justice issues, how to maintain your objectivity when you're reporting, ethical questions, photography, graphic design. So there's really just kind of what we try to encourage as many students going as possible to do is to really split up so that they can get to as many sessions as possible. And then we ask all of the students who attend these conferences to come back and share what they learned with the other students in the classes. So it becomes an opportunity for every student that's involved with student media to learn something new and just kind of get some refreshed ideas for what they want to do with Observer and Pulse on our campus. And then of course that benefits everybody on campus that is reflected in our pages and that reads what we publish.
Thank you, Jen.
And apologies again for the technical issues. I have 3 screens in front of me, so sorry about that again.
No worries at all. Does anyone else have any further questions or comments for this? Okay, Joey, I assume that we are not making a decision on this time, or are we going to be voting on this?
No, you're correct, Jared. Knowing for the ability for public comment and stuff. So we'll be voting on this at our next public meeting, which unfortunately is not until January 4th. But it will be voted on at that meeting and deliberated on by the group at that point. So, yep.
Okay, well, I would like to request the publication that was made last year that you guys offered, because I think that would be a good thing to look at. And other than that, thank you for your time.
That got put in chat, Jared.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
great.
shared the link in the chat and there's a video in there as well.
That
Thank you
works
for having us.
Yes,
Thank you all.
Thank you again.
All right, next item on the agenda is old business. Do we have any?
I do not believe so.
All right, well, we can't say, out with the old, in with the new, because we don't have any old, other than maybe me. All right, so moving on to the second call for public comment. This is where you can get your licks in, or, comment on the weather or anything else that you would like to throw at us.
I mean, it seems like our speakers just left, but I will say, conference opportunities are amazing, and I would think that's a great idea.
I do concur, even though I don't get a vote. Okay, well, I'm kind of tabbing between a whole bunch of screens here, so if I've missed anyone wanting to do a comment, I'm sorry, but let me switch to gallery view. There we go. Okay. Anyone else want to do a comment? Okay, assuming not, I will then go to the last item on our list, which is GTFO, or Get the Fudge Out.
Have a wonderful winter break, you all. Good luck with finals next week. And we will see you all next year.
All right, it's been a pleasure, everyone, and see you next year.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.